Hi, I'm Teague, and I'd like to talk to you today about a book called Hate List by Jennifer Brown. I think that we all have lists we keep track of in our minds. Maybe you don't know that you're making lists, but you have an idea of your favorite clothing brands or the top 5 foods you don't like, or a bucket list of places you want to visit. Maybe you have a list of people and things you don't really like, people you may even hate. What if you shared that list with your boyfriend and wrote it all down in a notebook? And what if you're blamed when your boyfriend brings a gun to school and begins killing the people on the list? Well, you've probably guessed, but that is exactly what happens in this amazing book. It's a realistic fiction story written in 2008 about a school shooting and how the main character, Valerie, deals with the aftermath that leaves a student, many students, a teacher, and her boyfriend dead. Val has to figure out her role in the shooting, how to get back to school when it seems like everyone hates her, and figure out if it's even possible to move on from the shooting.
Like this book for three reasons. Number one, it's intense. So even though we know what is going to happen in the story, it's still very suspenseful. And I was on the edge of my seat the whole time I was reading it, which I really enjoy in a book. Number two, I could really relate to the main character, Val. The story is written in first person, which means that it's all of her words and her thoughts. So she was really relatable. I felt angry when she was angry and devastated when she was sad, and ultimately hopeful when she starts to figure things out. And she's such a sympathetic character that I could even understand how she still loved her boyfriend after everything that he did. Three, this book stayed with me for a long time after I read it, which, in my opinion, is the sign of a good book. And unfortunately, in today's day and age, school shootings are all too common. And so it didn't take much to find an article or have a conversation with someone where that would come up and I would think about this book. It really stayed with me days and weeks after I read it.
In a way, Nick had been right. We all got to be winners sometimes. But what he didn't understand was that we all had to be losers too, because you can't have one without the other. And that's something that Valerie says in the book. In a perfect world, there would be no winners or losers, just equality and friendship and rainbows. But Val speaks the truth. We aren't going to be on top all of the time, just like we won't always feel like we're at the bottom. Life is a balance, and Jennifer Brown depicts this in Hate List. Hate List was included on the American Library Association's 2010 list of best books for young adults and was named a 2012 popular paperback by the Young Adult Library Services Association. So I'm not the only one who thought the book was pretty great. I highly recommend checking this out. I hope you enjoyed my book talk.